What a handsome man this guy is.
Hey guys, um, it's Voyboy. If you don't know me, I've been playing League of Legends as a pro player since season one, a streamer for the last like 5 years. League of Legends has basically been my life for the last decade. It's been what I think about all the time, play all day, make content with, play in pro matches. I've been live, breathe, and thinking, eating League of Legends since since I was in high school, and now 10 years later, it's everything I love. And I wanted to talk to you guys about something that has really been weighing on my chest for a while now, actually a few years, and it's something that has been progressively getting worse and worse and worse every year, every season. I see more people talking about it, more players affected by it, and Riot, unfortunately, hasn't done anything substantial to address the problems. And
True.
I'm talking about the state of League of Legends and solo queue and ranked play, and the general vibes that the community and the players and the streamers all have, and even pro players, regarding the state of our league or our game that we all know and love so much. Essentially, if you guys have been playing League or paying attention, there's a lot of problems, right? The game's not perfect, but regardless of like balance or metas or stuff like that, the state of the community and the player base has gotten progressively worse over time. And I know this for a fact. I obviously don't work at Riot. I don't have the statistics, the numbers to back it up, but I think you can ask almost anyone, and you will get a resounding agreement that the player base has become more toxic, a lot more griefers, a lot more people just like straight up running it down, inting games, going AFK because someone annoyed them or whatever, even regardless of a reason. And this has just been getting worse and worse and worse every year. And I think there's a lot of reasons, a lot of factors that have contributed to this over time.
People hate this
But
game.
speaking from my personal experience, as someone who's been basically streaming League full time at the challenger level, and playing this game, thinking about it all day, all the time, I have basically had the worst experience
Good night,
of my
Lamar.
life in the last 10 years
Hey.
of playing League.
Here, listen. I think that anybody who minimizes something like this as just a game, that is such a wrong and bad take. Technically, it is a game, but just think about anything in life, like, oh, it's just a job, oh, it's just like a hobby, or it's just this, it's just like whatever you pour your heart into, whatever you pour like your passion and soul into, minimizing it as just like a thing, it's such like a toxic way of looking at things, because to some people it's just a game, but for a lot of people it's the way you can express your competitive nature. It's something you can put your passion into. And for a lot of people it's not just a game, it's like it's your whole life. And there's nothing wrong with that, because people put their lives and passion into a lot of things. And I think that it's okay to have really big problems with the game and be able to express it, because man, people have problems with their jobs, they have problems with a lot of things, and you should be able to express your opinions and have them be heard without it being minimized as just a game. That's my opinion.
In the last like 5 months of season 10. In 2018, I actually went down to Riot HQ, and I was talking to them about how the player base was getting progressively more, irritated, toxic, a lot more griefers, a lot more people just running it down, inting games. And I was worried that if this continued, if the status quo was maintained, and Riot didn't do anything serious to address these issues, that it was just going to get worse. 2019, season 9, it actually did get worse. I used to say last year that this is like the worst state the league has been in a long time. And season 10, the last like 5 months of trying to play the
Yeah, what you said, George, it's not just like an activity that keeps people entertained. Like, and even if it is just something that keeps you entertained, like think about Game of Thrones, right? Game of Thrones is just a TV show. TV shows are for entertainment, but you've spent so many years watching it. You're invested in the characters, the story, all the stuff that when it ends badly, people are like, "Oh wow, it's just a show. Why is everyone so pissed?" It's because like you connected with the story, you connected with the characters and everything, and then it just ends badly, and it's like, and the frustration, it's like shit, and the frustrations are legit. And I think people really just like minimizing things like that is actually a huge reason why things don't get solved.
This game all day and stream it all the time.
Exactly.
I have had
Tommy.
absolutely the most miserable, worst experience of my life, and I'm not the only one. I've talked to a lot of streamers, a lot of pros. Almost everyone is agreeing with me. From my personal experiences, I basically have had like months and months of just trying to stream and just getting grief, target inted, people stream sniping me, ghosting my games, jumping on my team, like waiting, like trying to like make sure they manipulate the lobbies to get on my team so they could run it down, like playing AP Graves, like AP Zed, like making fun of me like the tech. And the thing is, I know a lot of people don't care about like my experiences, right? But the reason that I'm talking about it is because it's
I care, boy.
a representation of how the general player base perceives and treats ranked solo queue and League of Legends, right? Like if I'm streaming with 10k viewers and this guy intentionally gets on my team and he soft insta game or he griefs from champion select or he's obviously trolling, everyone sees this. Everyone that's watching the stream, everyone in the game, everyone's affected by this. In a small scale of things, it's it's a free loss. Like everyone has troll games, everyone has like AFK or stuff like that. But the thing is, it's been happening so consistently from my experiences and a lot of other streamers, like the last 5 months, where people are doing this in our games, and there's no punishment. There's no point of even reporting people because Riot won't ban them. No one is scared of getting in trouble. No one is scared of getting banned. No one is scared of being barred from solo queue because Riot has really made it clear through their actions, through their lack of vocalization on these points, on these matters, on the growing problems that the player base has been experiencing, that I've been experiencing, that so many other people have been experiencing, that they don't really care. Like, if they did care, they would have done something by now. They would have addressed these problems as they've been mounting, as they've been snowballing, as they've been building up over the last few years, and until to the point now where I truly believe it's hit a critical mass where the player base is upset, frustrated. There are people who just don't care, run into games, grief it down, troll people, get revenge, and unless you type a bad word, unless you actually type something where an automated filter catches you saying a bigoted word or being offensive, you're not going to get in trouble. 99.9%
even if you do that,
that have griefed my games this season, I've played with them again, I've seen them again, they never get banned, I see them on their accounts playing games. It's so trolled that people have no fear of just completely ruining the player experience for ranked solo queue, even at a challenger level, right? And they don't have to fear the consequences. And like I said, I know a lot of people don't care about my experiences, about streamers' experiences, but the thing is, if people can do this in front of an audience and see that there's nothing being done, if every person complains about it, if Tyler, if me, if all the streamers, all the pro players are saying that solo queue is in such a bad state and people are just running rampant and terrorizing and holding games hostage all the time, then how does the average player feel? How does the average player feel?
Alright, here's what I'm gonna say, okay? Riot Games either needs to bring down the Iron Fist, the Black Hammer on solo queue, or the community is gonna put down the Iron Fist and the Black Hammer on Riot. Straight up, if they do not fix solo queue by the end of season 10, I guarantee this game's gonna die. I guarantee it.
Feel in their games when they know that someone can do that and not get in trouble, and the people who are pretty malicious and are ruining the games and the experiences for other players are never facing any consequences, right? It's a really big problem, and I think enough is enough. I had stayed silent. I had not really said anything really publicly besides venting on stream and complaining and talking to other people, other streamers, other pros in private for the last few years. But at the same time, I just feel like if no one says anything, if I don't say anything, if I don't try to use my platform to at least vocalize these concerns, how much longer? Do we have to deal with whole season 10 of this behavior of Riot staying silent, of people saying, well, you can't fix the community, it's just some bad seeds, there's nothing that can be done? That's escaping the issue. That's shifting the blame. That's not how we should approach things. I think almost everyone can agree that there is a problem with the league, there is a problem with solo queue, there is a problem with the state of the player base and ranked and people's attitudes and mentality to the game. There's no respect for other players, there's no respect for the game, there's no fear of getting banned. These things need to change. Back in my
I know that with Corona going on, people are getting more mad and more irritable, but I actually think that that's actually a super minimal reason as to why it's happening. I think that it's actually way more fundamental than that. Yeah, I think that it's actually like it's so. I made a video, okay, like almost a year ago. It's been like 9 months, talking about the report system and how they need to revamp it and bring it back. And I watched it again the other day, and it has never been like it's so much more relevant now than the time I made it, because everything I said that was wrong about the game back then is even worse now, and it's just crazy because oh man, it's so bad.
I need your
Day, people had respect for League. People never trolled games at this rate. People got in trouble when they did it, and people actually cared and loved the game and showed it in the way they played and the way they behaved when they were playing League of Legends, the game that I love so much, that is literally my life, that my passion, my blood, and so many other people I know out there that are watching this or agree. You know, if you guys feel the same way, please say something, step up, you know, share this video with your friends or Riot or anyone that can listen, and let's just please try to get something to be done. Whether it's, you know, Riot reworking their punishment system, putting out new guidelines, you know, implementing different methods of detecting people or monitoring, you know, high elo solo queue or even lower levels, and creating a system. Like, there has to be a solution.
What are the
right?
likes on this
ban
video?
People from ranked if they're inting games, if they're soft griefing. Like, if you don't want to ban their accounts, if you don't want to lose that clientele, just take them out of solo queue for, you know, a month, X amount of time, so at least they can't ruin further games. Like, there has to be something that can be done. There has to be some sort of saving grace for the players, for the streamers, for the people like myself that, you know, just want to see League thrive and want it to be successful. And, you know, another additional point, like, if our solo queue is just getting so much worse and no one feels happy playing it, no one feels confident in the quality of our games, like, how is our region, how is NA, how are other regions, how are people going to get better at the game when no one shows respect for the game and is trying to play at the highest level? And
nobody respects
it really
this
sucks
game.
to go into a day of League of Legends, wait, you know, like 30 minutes for a game, get 5 dodges because people are dodging griefed lobbies or trying to avoid a troll or something like that, and then go into a game and someone AFKs or runs it down or is, you know, following me around playing AP Graves. Like, I just want something to be done. I want to see something different. I want some change, and this was my idea of trying to start something. So,
dude, listen, okay, few points. Okay, number one, I think it's important to know that the problem has nothing to do with the meta. Okay. Some things are annoying, but the problem, it has nothing to do with balance. All right, I know that we give the balance team a ton of shit, but straight up, the reason the game sucks is it does not have to do with balance. It's not any worse now than it's ever been. Also, point 2, I'm becoming a variety streamer, so that's that. And then number 3 is they have to bring back the tribunal. Literally, Riot, like a year ago, actually 2 years ago, they made an Ask Me Anything where someone asked, are you guys bringing back the tribunal? And in their response, they said they're not bringing it back, but they also said that they don't have any realistic or good way to detect people who are trolling or AFK besides the lever buster system. Like, they literally have admitted that they are in over their heads and don't know what to do, and they still, with their big ego and their big pride, refuse to enlist the help of people in their community. Bro, just vet the people that you have work on the tribunal, create a reward system so that people have incentives to actually do it right, and let the people fix the community, because you fucking can't. You can't fix the community because you've been given 10 years to fix it. And it's only getting worse, and it's at the critical mass, and it's time to put your pride aside as a company and fix the goddamn game. God damn it, it's so bad. Alright.
hopefully, if some of you guys feel where I'm coming from and want to see League in a better state and want to take back solo queue and have Riot actually do something proactive and change the system and take steps
What?
to make our game that we all know and love so much better for everyone, then please say something, do something. Riot, we're all asking you, we're all waiting. We just want to play League of Legends. We just want to have fun with the game again. We don't want to get grief. We don't want to get trolled. We don't want to have to be scared of people taking games hostage and completely ruining experience for everyone else in the game, everyone else watching the streams and playing, at all levels of play, all this stuff. So that's all we're asking, man. Riot, please help us.
Save the day, Riot. Or let us save it for you. All right. It's a great